national identification documents and registering to vote. Your participation matters. Every vote counts. Together, we can shape a brighter future. Let's make our voices heard in the upcoming elections.
My name is Jerry Mwangi and I serve at Power 354, and I will address the economic justice and public accountability and the issue surrounding Maisha ni Mbaya. So Article 201 of the Constitution emphasizes the need for openness, accountability, and public participation in managing public finance, principles that the Controller of Budgets and the Auditor General are tasked with upholding. Therefore, any fund established must be in conformity with established constitutional guidelines. Public funds are a shared resource belonging to all Kenyans, and we demand a commitment to full transparency through their management, disbursement, and accounting processes to ensure that these funds are utilized effectively for the benefit of all citizens. Maisha ni mbaya. Kenya's education and health systems are under significant strain. Persistent capitation challenges, overcrowded classrooms, and under-resourced hospitals continue to undermine service delivery. At the same time, a growing number of young people face unemployment and deepening disillusionment. The recent flood-related deaths have further exposed gaps in disaster preparedness. Yet, even as these pressures mount, the State House budget is being increased in ways that have raised serious concerns about priorities and accountability. Article 43 of the Constitution guarantees that every Kenyan has the right to the highest attainable standard of health and the right to education. Article 55 places a specific duty on the state to ensure youth have access to this education, to employment, and to civic participation. These rights are justifiable and enforceable, and they are being denied. So we call for urgent, target investment in human development. We demand for the full inclusion of women, youth, persons with disabilities, and all marginalized communities in every space of governance and decision making. The cost of inaction is a lost generation, and that is a cost that no nation can afford.
My name is Sheila Masinde from Transparency International Kenya, and I'll speak to the concerns and importance of the need for respect and honor to the office of the presidency, and also part of our call for action. Respect and give honor to the office of the presidency. The conduct that continues to degrade the presidency is appalling. An institution and symbol of national unity that belongs to all Kenyans, as espoused in Article 131 of the 2010 Constitution. Article 73 of the Constitution is unambiguous. Authority assigned to a state officer is a public trust. It must bring honor to the nation and dignity to the office. It vests in the office the responsibility to serve the people and not the power to rule them. We therefore demand that the President and all political leaders exercise language, conduct, and leadership worthy of the offices they hold. Chapter 6 is not merely an ornamental chapter of the Constitution, but a guiding light for our leaders on their conduct in their political offices. The presidency is not a personal platform. It is a constitutional trust. Kenyans require political hygiene from the top and across all political actors. Our collective call to action. We start with Parliament. Article 94 vests legislative authority in Parliament on behalf of the people, not the executive, not party whips. We therefore demand that Parliament defends its independence without apology, rejects all legislation pushed through without genuine public participation, pass campaign finance reform before 2027, and exercise their oversight mandate with courage, hold the executive to account on every shilling of public money spent as espoused under Article 201 of the Constitution. To the President and the Executive, we demand that they conduct themselves with the dignity that Chapter 6 requires, end executive interference in independent institutions, cease any support, any direct or tacit support for groups fomenting regional instability, redirect the nation's resources towards health, education and youth opportunity and other pressing priorities for Kenyans. The State House budget cannot expand while hospitals collapse and classrooms overflow. To the security agencies and the police, the Constitution does not grant you the power to silence citizens. It commands that you protect them. We therefore demand an immediate end to all abductions, illegal deportations, surveillance, and intimidation of civic leaders and ordinary Kenyans. We demand a stop to the interference of places of worship. Their lawful mandate is to protect the right to assemble, speak, and participate, not to distinguish it. You answer to the Constitution, not to political instructions. The police and security agencies are the last line of defense when every other institution bends.
I'm Valentine Mwini, working with Party Jamii, and it will also be reading part of our collective action as a continuation. One, to the judiciary, we demand that they remain fiercely and visibly independent, subject only to the Constitution and the law as Article 249 requires. The rights enshrined in Article 43, that is health, education, and as well Article 55, youth participation and opportunity, are adjustable. We urge the judiciary to enforce them, act swiftly on violations of civic freedoms, and not to allow impunity to become the norm. To the IEBC and all electoral management bodies, 2027 is not far. The work of electoral integrity begins today and not on nomination day. We demand that you rebuild public trust through transparent, robust processes. We also demand that you strengthen voter registration, enforce campaign finance rules without fear or favor. Resist every form of political pressure that would compromise the vote. The June 2024 verdict showed that what Kenyans expect, a credible election that is the minimum standard and not an achievement to celebrate. To every Kenyan citizen, and especially to the young Kenyans, the power to change the country lives in you. It is not a metaphor. We call on to you to get your identification documents today, not someday. Register to vote. Do not wait for leaders to save you. Hold them accountable at every turn. Carry the spirit of June 2024 forward into sustained, organized civic action. Reject the disinformation, including the AI-generated lies designed to confuse and divide you. Your vote, your voice, and your vigilance are the foundation everything else is built on. To conclude, Kenya's democratic future is not guaranteed. It must be built deliberately, collectively, and with urgency. We, the intersectoral and civil society leaders, commit ourselves to that work. We invite every Kenyan to join us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is the statement